Good day, everybody. Welcome again to my channel. I was reading the comments in one of the videos that I've shared recently, and I found this comment very interesting, so I decided to do a discussion on it. Listen to this gentleman. He says, I am 74 years old, and in my lifetime, I have seen my country go from everybody believes in God to you believe in God? What's wrong with you? So, and this is the United Kingdom. This I find to be very interesting indeed. As time progresses and as human beings seek to be more secular in their thinking, more materialistic, more godless, they seem to have been abandoning the idea of a God or a creator. And I am kind of shocked that it is becoming so, or it has become so pervasive. And it's not just in the United Kingdom, it's happening in the Canada, where I am from. It's happening in the United States. Because sometimes I go online and I see some of the discussions, some of the comments, and it just goes to show that mankind has lost faith in the belief of God. And I'm asking myself, but why? What is it? What's causing this, ingrained? What's causing this trend to be happening? And I'm asking myself the question, who is to be blamed? Is it that God has given man a reason not to believe in him because he seemingly has created this world? He allows tragedies upon tragedies to happen to kids, to people around the world, as if he doesn't exist. Even in people's personal lives, they pray, nothing happened. He seems very unresponsive and indifferent to people's plight. It's as if you, let's say, you're there. You observe a child, as it were, going across, a little baby going across the road. And you know that baby is going to get killed because it's a busy road, or that baby is in danger. But you as an adult just watch that baby gets killed and you do absolutely nothing about it. And then when the mother came on the scene and she saw you and she knew you were there based on eyewitness, that you could have helped that child and you did nothing to help that child. Therefore, you are a cruel, evil person to have not done something to help that child. I think this is the anger and this is the real issue that a lot of people have. A God who has placed us here has seemingly taken away himself for, he just seemed to be so indifferent. And so people are saying, no, but if God exists and he has all power, why doesn't he stop these things? He could never be God because he seems so powerless. I think this is what is ingrained. And so people are it's not that people don't believe in God, they are angry with God. I believe that is the situation. People are angry with God. So is it that God has given us a reason to be angry with him, to isolate him, to treat him as if he doesn't exist, the same way, as it were, he treats us as if we don't exist? He has abandoned the whole human race. Because people have become fed up with the idea that this landlord, who is supposed to be all powerful in charge, just not showing that. So has God given us a reason to abandon him? Or have we given God a reason to abandon us? Because of our behavior, he has abandoned us. Because of our sin, because of our indifference towards him, because of our unbelief. Which is it? Which is it? I'm here just, wondering what is really going on in people's mind. I probably need to go on the road. I just need one of those roving microphones. And I'm going to be asking people that question, because I really am wondering, has God given us a reason to disbelieve? Because I believe, honestly, people want to believe in God. People want to love him and serve him. But they want him to show himself, prove to them that he's real. Prove to them, and not just to some people. Because I would say, in my own experience coming to 54 years old, that God has over the years proven himself to me. But I'm not special. I'm not sinless. But there are some people who can't say the same thing. They'll say the opposite. He has abandoned them. They have prayed for this and prayed for that. Save my mother, save my father, save my child. And they still die, or they lost, tragedies. So tragedies upon tragedies, I believe, has caused the human race to abandon God. So they are angry with God. Or is it that God is angry with us? This is really a dilemma that we are in, a crossroad, because I can't understand for the life of me. It's the same way it's difficult to get an atheist to believe in God. It's also difficult to get a person who believes in God strongly and have seen evidence in their life of this God. It's hard to get them to be a unbeliever, right? So which is it really? Which is it? Is it God who has abandoned us and then we in effect abandon him? Or is it vice versa? We have abandoned God, so therefore he has abandoned us. Or has he really abandoned us? I can say a lot of people have abandoned him, because a lot of people, like this gentleman, as he said, as a matter of fact, in one of the comments, a guy asking me if I'm really real to be believe in this mythical figure. So I mean, it is a challenge. It is a challenge. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't cast aside and condemn these people, because I believe that people have legitimate reason to be this unbeliever. The same way some people think that they have a legitimate reason to be a believer. So if there are people who are pragmatists, they like to see practical reality, they want to see, they want proof. Just the same way you can prove certain things with science. You can go in a lab and prove it. They want to prove God. But a lot of people don't understand that we as Christians, we are people of faith. The Bible says we don't walk by sight, not what we see, but what we don't see. And the Bible even talks about the things that you see are temporary, the things that you don't see is eternal. I believe in things that I don't see. I've always pointed to electricity. We don't see it. It energizes everything. When you plug that thing from the electricity, it's dead. The computer is dead, the light is dead, the TV is dead when there's no electricity. And yet you can't see electricity, but it's the source. When power goes, everything goes. Almost. I see God that way, as an invisible force, but he works in in the life of people who've put their trust in him. I do believe that. I talk about the wind. Even Jesus is quoted in the Bible as saying the Spirit of God is like the wind. You can't see where it's coming from, but you know it's there. So there, I believe in the unseen. I believe in the hereafter. I believe that we're not just here by accident. I believe that everything is orchestrated by God. But yes, I believe atheists have a point. Why has this God not proven himself to everybody? But you know, there was a time in the Bible when God was very much on display. Think about the story of the Israelites. Now you're going to tell me that those are myths. Okay, fine. But let's just work with that. It shows you that the Israelites, there were people who saw the display of God. I remember when he gave the 10 commandments on Mount Sinai, the Bible tells us that people were quaking in their boots and they said, Lord, don't let God talk. Because it's just terrifying. You speak to us, Moses, because if he speaks to us, we're gonna die. He's too mighty, he's too powerful. And yet people were still, even though he displayed his power and it wreaked havoc in their heart, yet they were still, the moment Moses backwards turned, they were worshiping a golden calf. They were doing evil things. They were practicing all kind of immorality. So, you know, I don't want to make this video too long. I want to keep them short and spicy. But, you know, I just go back to my original question. Has God given us a reason to disbelieve in him? Or have we been the one who give God a reason not to want to talk to us, not to want to deal with us? Please leave your comments below. I'd really like to hear what you have to say, and I read the comments. I won't promise to respond to all of them, but I will do my best. Take care of yourself, and God bless you. Thank you for listening. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and share these videos. Thanks. Bye-bye.